biết rồi. Paragraph 7. I get up early every morning and read English rapidly. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the, the people around me. I get up early every morning and read English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English correctly. I read English before and after every meal. I write every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get early every morning and yell English correctly. I write English before and after every meal. I write every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very basic attitude. I am disciplined and have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. Paragraph 7. I get up early every morning and read English gravely. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people people around me. I get up early every morning and learn English greatly. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and tell English clearly. I do English before and after every meal. I worship every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get early every morning and tell English clearly. I read English before and after every meal. Every meal. I worship every word, every sentence, every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habit. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and read English greatly. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and learn English correctly. I read English before and after every meal. I recite every word, every sentence, and very passionately. I have a very positive attitude, and I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and tell English clearly. I read before and after every meal. I read every word, every sentence, every message. Passionately, I have a very bad attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. Paragraph 7. I get up early every morning and read English readily. I read English before and after after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately, passionately, passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I'm disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and read English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and go English correctly. I read English before and after every meal. I recite every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a every positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habit. I will try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and go English correctly. I read English before and after every meal. I recite every word, every sentence, every passage passionately. I have a I have a very positive attitude. I am flexible and I have a good habit. I will try my best to influence the people around me. Paragraph 7. I get up early every morning and read English readily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage pass, passionately. Passionately. I have a very positive, a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell in this reading. I do it before and after every meal. I brush it every work, every sentence, every passage. Patiently. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get early every morning and get gradually every day before and after every morning. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and read English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive, positive attitude. Positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage patiently. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get early every morning and the English correctly. I read English. I read English before and after every meal. I brush every word, every sentence, and every passage. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habit. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get only every morning and the English correctly. I read English before and after every meal. I pronounce it every word, every sentence, every passage. I have a basic. I have a very sensitive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I want to my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English, English readily. I did English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I'm always trying my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage patiently. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and good I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and join the community. I read English before and after every meal. I brush every word, every sentence, and every passage. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get only every morning and join the community. I do it before and after every meal. I balance every word, every sentence, and every passage. I have a very positive attitude. I discipline and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. Paragraph 7. I get up early every morning and roll English gravely. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passion, passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined, disciplined, and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word and every sentence and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and get only courageously. I initiate before and after every meal. I brush every word, every sentence, and every passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a whole habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I can only even money and in the career. I can in the before and after every meal. I will see every goal, every sentence, and every best and passionately. I have a I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I will try my best to influence the people around me. I can only every morning and jump in this career. I have in before and every after every meal. I will see every goal, every sentence, and every basic passionately. I have a very basic attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I will try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and go English raisely. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passion passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and go English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I brush it every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and go encouraging. I eat before and go and I eat before and after every meal. I read every word, every sentence, every passage. Positive. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up only every morning and jump regularly. I drink before and jump evening meal. I I get up early every morning and jump regularly. I drink before and jump and after every meal. I read every word, every sentence, and every basic personality. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and read English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passion, passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early every morning and yell English crazily. I read English before and after every meal. I practice every word, every sentence, and every passage passionately. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get up early and I get up early every morning and then regularly I read English before and now I read English before and after every meal. I read every word, every sentence, every passage. I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I always try my best to influence the people around me. I get only every morning. I get up only every morning and then I read before and I get up early every morning and jog regularly. I read in before and after every meal. I will see every word, every sentence, and every best opportunity. I have a I have a very positive attitude. I am disciplined and I have a good habits. I will try my best to influence the people around me.